Morning, it's Wednesday morning, and yesterday was so insanely busy. After I went on call, we ended up doing 2 more standbys for neighboring agencies in our area at both ends of our district. So no sooner did we go to one end of our district and we got back from that, we went all the way to the other end of our district. So we did a ton of driving yesterday between going to Clifton Park and then running up to Saratoga Springs. It was crazy. The goal for today is to get my at least one, hopefully both of my front gardens taken care of, and I'll show you what I want to do. This side garden isn't too bad. I just like to tidy up the mulch here, sweep that up. A few rocks there that got out of place, and then this stuff needs to get pulled out. And that's pretty much all that happens to this garden. This one over here takes a little bit more work and effort because I've got, well, first of all, I'm a little late doing this, so the plants are already starting to grow. But this has to get raked out. This all has to get raked out and taken care of. These are mums that did great last year. And then this just needs to get raked out there and here. And then the same thing over here. And then lastly, I want to go in the back, put some fresh mulch in here. And I think I'm going to do a mixture of the canna lily bulbs along with some of the flower seeds that you guys have sent to me. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get everything done this morning. Art's gone off to work. He had a big job that was due today, so he's off to work. And Charity and John are still doing their tests. Today is their last day, so they're going to be coming back tonight. But I'm going to move the car enough to block the driveway because I want the little kids to be able to run on the driveway while I'm out front with them, and I want to make sure they don't go into the road. My kids are really, really good about not going even close to the road, but because I'm going to be out here, I just move the car across the driveway like that, and it just makes it a little bit more secure. Pete's getting his early morning exercise. Are you going to catch me? And there she goes. Crazy Lydia driver, watch where you're steering. Here's some, Mary. Do you want to come here and get these guys? Mary has a bucket of dandelions there she's picking for me. Can you show me your bucket? Nice job.
That's how many I have right now.
I don't know if where you live, if you normally have mums in the fall, but up here that is like the fall flower. Everybody has mums. Well, I don't know if you know this, but you can actually winter mums over so you don't have to keep buying new plants every year. First step is to plant these early enough in the season so they get a good roots on them before frost comes. Then I always leave the tops on it. This was all green and was covered in flowers in the fall. I always leave that on and let the leaves get caught up in it. And if you have a really hard winter, these might not winter over, but most of the winters here, they winter through just fine. And then we just leave them until you start seeing green growth. And as you can see, it's just starting to green up. So I'm trimming these. And here I trim this side, and I'll just rake this out. And as you can see, look at the nice green growth there. These mums did great this winter. Sometimes the mums will die out in the center and you won't have anything in the middle. All you do with that is you'll just pull up a little chunk of this plant with some roots and just plant it all along. And they'll grow really big and bushy in the springtime, and you'll have beautiful hedge of mums by wintertime. This row of mums that you see now, I just put in last spring from tiny little cuttings, and they grew absolutely wonderfully here. So I'm going to finish cutting these up and raking them out and see what's there, and if I need to transplant any of the little plants to make it nice and full again. But this is a great way to spread your flower budget, because around here mums are $4, $5, $6 a plant, and that can get pretty costly year after year. But if you can get them to winter over, it's really a cheap way to keep your flowers going. I have this part of the garden all cleaned up. The last section I have is right there. Those are some irises, and then I'm going to finish up doing the mums, and then this section will be done and ready for some mulch. Here's our thin spot, so we're going to dig a little hole here. Do you want to help dig a little hole, Mary? And watch out for our little plant babies. These things are pretty hard. Right here, kiddo. Right here. Dig a nice hole for Mommy. Okay, and then we're going to take our little plant baby and plant it just inside the hole like that. Mommy, can you push the dirt up around it? No, push it. take this dirt here and push it towards it. Like this. Watch. Okay, that's one new little plant baby. And we're gonna make another hole right here, put another plant baby in. So that's how easy it is to take care of moms. They're super easy to care for. You really can't kill them unless you dig them up and get rid of them. And they perform beautifully in the fall. Pete has been quite creative. He's got a little bucket trailer where he's picking up sticks in the driveway and depositing them in the back so we can have a fire later. That's our last wheelbarrow load to be taken to the compost pile. And the gardens are all done for the time being. Next step is getting mulch on them, but it's perfect timing. It's 11:55, so by the time I dump this, Art will be coming home. We're on our way to our town hall where they have free mulch for the town residents. And in the past, we actually have bought our mulch and had it delivered, but now that we have our own trailer, we are actually going to be getting it for free and just towing it ourselves, which is definitely my price in buying mulch. If you can't tell, once spring hits, life gets extremely crazy busy for our family. Yesterday we were running around doing just miscellaneous errands, and then today we're outside all morning. We're getting mulch right now, and this is just how life goes when you do a lot of outdoor stuff, you do a lot of gardening to sustain your family with a lot of fresh produce. And for anyone who is interested in getting into a lot of, even if it's just basic homesteading, this is pretty much what it's like. Once spring hits, you are on the go right until fall hits. And if you're in the process of fixing up a house, once frost hits, you transition from working outside to working inside, getting the house fixed up.
It's a good thing I don't have to work so much.
Yeah, this is not for, should I say, the faint of heart. It's a lot of work. It's very enjoyable work, and it's very satisfying work.
And you get to work together as a family.
That's right, and there's a lot of good morals and values being taught during this whole time, but it is hard work, and I won't lie, when you do sleep, when you go to sleep, you sleep hard, and that doesn't work so well when you have a house full of little kids who don't like to sleep at night because you're constantly exhausted. But at least we can say when we do sleep, we sleep really hard. Here is the giant mulch pile, and actually it's gone down a lot since just last night.
There we are, we're working away, filling up the trailer. I took a little break to get a video, so don't think I'm being lazy or anything. There's the trailer ready to go, and this is what we left behind, a big huge pile. We're at the post office, but Peter gets a bonus while he's waiting. This time they have some work being done.
We got something, I think it's from the UK. Exciting. Let's see. It is all about Stanley.
Stanley.
I think Stanley's the little boy who did this book.
Oh.
Or maybe
Hey, that's interesting.
our flag. My name is Stanley. I am almost 5. Boy, he writes very well.
Daddy is finishing up the last little bit of mulch.
Show them what Mommy did while Daddy was at work.
This is what Mommy did. Mommy did that garden, and some of this garden. I think this garden is done.
We're back at the pile of mulch to get another load. We have a little more we need to do.
What's up? Are you trying to be patient for Daddy? Gracie has this rash right around her lips here and her chin, and I've never had any of my kids have that. So have any of your kids ever had that type of rash? I'm thinking it's from teething because she's been drooling a lot, but I don't know.
Good news, we're all done. Yay!
Good news! We're all done now!
It's time for our tack ceremony. We actually have 7 this time, so we have a whole bunch of tacks to put up. So we're going to do it fairly quickly. First one is Washington, Illinois. Okay, Peoria's right there, a little bit east of Peoria.
Right there?
Yep, that's good.
Now can I do the next one?
Okay. And they sent us a coloring book and some information from the Chamber of Commerce about Washington, Illinois. And I've been near there before. I don't think I've ever been to there. But the next one is Grand Island, Nebraska. And we showed you on a previous video the goodies that she sent.
Right there.
Yep. Grand Island. You found it?
Yep.
And I've been to Nebraska before. My sister used to play in the Omaha Symphony, so I've been to Nebraska. I've never been to Grand Island, but I've been that far. The next one is Oak Ridge, Oregon. And this is our 4th from Oregon. So Oregon takes the lead with 4. 35 miles southeast of Eugene. So about right there.
Can you please do our
Kind of
while you
where the
move?
O is. The next one is Woodhaven, Michigan, which is on the south side of Detroit. And I've been through there before. My dad is from Detroit originally.
Why did he move to right here?
He went to college and then he got married. That's why he moved to Grand Rapids. Yeah, just right south side of Detroit. Okay, you got that? And now Michigan is tied with Oregon with 4 each. The next one is Denham Springs, Louisiana, and 10 miles east of Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Right there, yep, 10 miles.
So
a
it's
little
right
bit
about
east.
there.
Yeah, right there. And she sent us a whole bunch of goodies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. The next one, the next tack actually puts Michigan in the lead with 5 tacks. Hudsonville, Michigan. And my uncle and aunt used to live in Hudsonville, Michigan.
Where is it?
Hudsonville is just a little south of Grand Rapids.
I don't know if you can fit some tax.
Oh, just put it right next to right below the Grand Rapids one, right there.
Wow.
The person from Hudsonville gave the kids some coloring books to use, and they also gave us this one here. If you remember the Snail's Pace Challenge where I had to build the cabinets, and I had my little bear help me, I was just wondering if that coloring book was for me. And the last one, we have one from the UK, and it's from Reigate, Surrey, England. The little boy made us a book. His name is Stanley. He made us a book about himself and about England, where he's from. And then he also drew a cute picture of all of us.
Whoa,
right
look
there.
at Dad.
And Reigate is on the south of London.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed watching our tack ceremony. We absolutely love hearing from you guys. And seeing our maps populate is a lot of fun. And learning about these places where you guys live has been great educational material for the kids. And I have really, really enjoyed it. So thanks so much for watching. And we'll be back for our next tack ceremony when we hear from somebody. Bye!
Bye, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our map is getting filled with tacks.